It was the 31st day of July in 1962 when I arrived in Nashville. I had been living in Bismarck, North Dakota, where I was making music as James Reesor and the Monarchs. We had a record and were becoming popular among friends at the time. And so for me to meet Jimmy Dean, George Hamilton IV, and Patsy Cline during their show in Minot was a real thrill. When Patsy talked to me about Nashville, I decided to take my dreams to Tennessee. Now here I am, after 48 years, on a beautiful day, wondering if one or two family members or friends will care enough to even watch this video. It is an honor for me to visit the Tennessee State Capitol in my role as a White Horse Independent gubernatorial candidate. I know this grand old building has been standing like a fortress against many natural and political storms since 1859, but the coming storms might be even more fierce. Patriots have been walking around and through this limestone structure for over 150 years. Hundreds of talented people from all walks of life have been laboring in ornate chambers right here in this building. Libraries are filled with books telling stories about compassion, dedication, persistence, innovation, about men and women who have dedicated themselves to public service. Architect William Strickland and Chairman of the State Building Commission Samuel Morgan were a testimony to visionary concepts long before I ever set a foot on Tennessee soil. Their entombment in this famous Nashville monument epitomizes a manifestation of splendor that far surpasses what most mortal men achieve in a lifetime. And all of us should remain mindful of them and thousands of others who have displayed devotion to a cause greater than themselves throughout the history of our state. Courageous men and women have lived and died while providing services to millions of citizens. They have done their best and sometimes less than their best to represent constituents while proudly proclaiming a common heritage in this land where dreams kept hope alive. Like them, I have come to propose original ideas that are designed to carry us into an uncertain future. If I should be miraculously elected, and we are able to embark on a new course starting January 2011, it is my hope that all of us will proceed together as one united family within a united state, dedicated to fulfilling the purpose of God and happy to accept responsibilities in a way that assures equality and benefits that are realistically based on freedom to be true to ourselves. As one gubernatorial candidate among many, I have no personal desire to be a conventional leader. My purpose-driven ambition is greater than that of special interest groups. I will avoid making people-pleasing promises I can't keep. Tax and spend traditional politicians are not an example of my way of doing things. If you should choose to make me governor, I would prefer to think of myself as a slave for the people rather than playing the role of a humble servant or some kind of big boss dictator. It would please me to be described by you, the people, as Crazy Man James, rather than the arrogant genius who only cares about making himself rich and famous. We will need to make sacrifices and work day and night if we want peace and security. Working with my neighbors to make all of our fragile human lives better would be an opportunity of the highest calling. Those of you who will be voting on the 2nd day of November in 2010, which happens to be my 72nd birthday, please consider my signature campaign pledge if you want a united Tennessee under a single star flag. Symbolizing unity in that way would be a good first step in the right direction. Everything we need to do can be done if we roll up our sleeves and work together. May God bless you and guide all of us into His perfect truth, love, beauty, purity, and maturity. Tennessee can become that bright light for every nation to see if we allow the perfection of God to move freely through you and me. If you care about faith, hope, charity, and honor, remember, good souls never lose. Sometimes it just takes a little longer to win.